Hey, JD here, Guns in the 701. We got this new format here on the restream, so I didn't even play the intro music because right before I tried to go on, it deleted everything I had set up for this episode. So we're just gonna hit it and get it and go for it. I'm gonna tell everybody I made a change here. I'm gonna definitely, no matter what happens, once we get to an hour, I'm shutting it down. No matter what the conversation is getting to, I don't want it to go past an hour. So I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it between 45 minutes and an hour. I'm checking right now. I'm not even sure if we're live here on some of this stuff. I'm going to check right now. So if you see me doing something, you're just getting on. All right, I see I'm on. Good on there. I don't have anybody on yet, so I'm gonna just check to see that we're done broadcasting to all of our outlets here. I don't. Let's see here. Doesn't look good on YouTube right now. Yep, we're live there. All right. So I think we're good to go on most of this stuff. I'm gonna check X one more time here, just to make sure. Yep, we're live there. All right. So we're live on all of our outlets. Hey, Josh, what's up, buddy? Can you hear me good? Like I said, I'd started out with nothing here tonight. Hey, good evening, Brian. Can get you on there? Hey, Brian. I know Brian's one of the guys. He said he couldn't see. I think I got it fixed where you can see the comments up there now, buddy. Let me know if you can see the comments on there when you're watching it on X, because I know last night you could, and you said, but when I was on, I couldn't. So I think I got it up here right now. Yeah, I can hear you. All right, awesome, man. I'm getting some text from some people. Yeah, Clay, he's on right now. Yeah, I'm on live. It is on CommieTube, Clay. I just checked. Unless unless he's not seeing it. I see Brian's watching. Yeah, he's on CommieTube. They're watching me. So we got 5 people coming in right now. So I'll tell you what's going on. What's coming up here for the show tonight. Mama Joe wanted, as a matter of fact, wanted to talk about body armor, and what we're going to do. That's going to be our first subject. I'm not going to get super in depth on it because I'm definitely not a body armor master, but we're going to just kind of go over some general stuff for men and female. I said I'd wear it, so I'm wearing my plate right here, chest and back. Yep, all good on the chest. All right, thanks, Brian. So yeah, we're gonna hit. I got AR 500 armor on right now. I've had this for a while, so that's the first thing we're gonna hit on. Second thing we're gonna hit on, Brian and I were actually texting back and forth about dragging deer out and exercising and getting ready for it. We're gonna see if you think you're in deer shape, because I've definitely thought I've been in deer shape before, and turns out when I started dragging a deer, not in deer shape. Hey, good evening, Annette, JD. The Wolves are here. Good deal. Good to hear the Wolves here. Matter of fact, I was at Axe there today. The Wolf, Axel Wolf, getting the Nissan, a little work done at it down at Lauer Auto Repair. Runs perfect. Appreciate that, Axe. And after we're done with the deer, all right, here we got another text here. All right, it was just Clay was having a problem at his place down there. All right, Clayton, good deal. And after we talk about a deer dragon, we're gonna hit the happy ending of the week. So, like I said, I'm keeping it at an hour maximum. If I get to an hour, I'm cutting the show off no matter what the conversation is, because I just think going past an hour is too long, and I have been going past an hour, and I went over my limit that I said I wasn't going, and I've done it a few times, and I didn't like that. So I'm putting a self-imposed limit on myself, and I am thinking, Jolie, there she is. Mama Joe got me on X. All right. Just in time. She's in here going to talk about the armor, but I'm thinking about doing it every week and keeping it shorter. So I mean, I talked it over with some people. Most people think it's a good idea. I enjoy doing this. I don't mind doing it, because if I do it for an hour every week instead of hour and a half, 2 hours like I was doing every 2 weeks, I enjoy doing that more, I think. And trust me, it's easy to find stuff to talk about. Love talking to you guys. I love talking about guns, hunting, outdoors. And tonight, like I said, body armor. We're doing the body armor thing tonight. So let's get right to it. I'm gonna turn my volume up here a little bit and make sure I'm not too loud for everybody. But all right, first thing, let's go through the levels of body armor, okay? And like I said, we could do a whole 2-hour show on body armor easily, but I don't want to do that. I'm not that big of a into armor guy. I bought mine, I believe, 2019 it was, I think, when we started Trump as president. I bought this as AR 500 front and back plate. It's steel. and I want to say it was like $113 or $14 on Black Friday, which I thought was a pretty good deal. And it's a foot tall, 10.5 inches wide, roughly, not exact. 18 to 20 pounds. I got on the scale, and then I put this on, and just in case you wonder what I weighed, I got on. I was 197 pounds, right? I know maybe don't look like I'm 197, but I do have a love handle and tires on me that should probably gives me about 10, 12 pounds. But that's what I weighed. Picked up the plate. Level 3. It's a level 3 plate. So let's go through the designations. The Institute, what is it? Institute for Justice or somebody like that. They make the parameters for what the levels of these are. So let's start out level 2A. This is soft body armor. It's light and undetectable. The wearer is protected from 9mm and 40 Smith & Wesson bullets. Okay, that's level 2A. Blaine Stuhlmiller, yo, what's up, buddy? Appreciate you tuning in. Love it, man. So level 2 is still easy to conceal and light. So like this guy, like the soft body armor, it's like generally what the police, like most police officers wear. And before I go on, I will tell you this: 95% of like shootings and homicides and attempted murders, and that they're done with a handgun. So most of the stuff you're going to come across is the soft body armor is going to be good enough for you. But I mean, if I worked in that line, that's probably what I'd have. Anyway, level 2, easy to conceal, light, yet offers greater protection than level 2A. It's designed to protect the wearer from 9mm and 357 Magnum ammo from short barreled handguns. So apparently if you get a long barrel with that kind of armor, it might penetrate. So we go to 3A here. And there's not a whole bunch of these, so I'm not going to bore you with like 12 of these. 3A is soft for easy flexibility, but offers exceptional protection against the 357 SIG up to the 44 Magnum ammunition from longer barreled handguns. So I'm saying, man, that's probably if I was a Leo or something like that, or what do they call the officers in the school that just took care of this piece of shit down in Georgia? Stopped him. He should have took care of him, but he stopped him from killing people. School resource officer. That's probably what I would wear. That was 3A. So then we go to level 3. This is what I'm wearing right here. This right here. Hard body armor uses metal plates or other composite materials to withstand rifle rounds. NIJ, National Institute of Justice, tests this armor to withstand 7.62 millimeter, 308, Russian 7.62 by 3.9, stuff like that. 30 cal. FMJ lead core rifle ammo. So that would be, there's a difference here too. There's a little difference. This would be like up to 2,850 feet per second. And I'll further expand on this a little bit too. There's something called spalling, which in other words, it's a splatter. I don't know why they call it spalling, but like if a bullet hits, if it was just a steel plate, right? Like you shoot steel at the gun range, the bullet splatters, right? So you can get a coating. Some of them come with coating. I mean, they just do it with coating. Back when I got this, and maybe AR-500 does it now, but I paid like another whatever it was, like $15 to get the splatter, because I remember I was listening to Jocko Willing's podcast, and one of his SEAL team members, his plate got hit and the bullet splattered, and the guy was blind for the rest of his life. So I'm like, you know what, another $15-20, definitely worth my eyes. Saving my eyes from getting spalling splatter and blinding me. And level 3, what it said on mine, and it did say when I was reading as well, not just to withstand a 7.62 millimeter, but five consecutive hits in the same area. It is meant to withstand that. And then you can go up to level 4, is the most powerful body armor, is designed specifically for military applications and can withstand 30 cal steel core AP rifle ammo. And I can't remember if my level 3 here can take like 5.56 to 62 grain steel penetrators. I mean, I'd have to look in my manual that I got with them. I'm not sure if it did. Maybe some of you guys, if you guys know more about this than me, feel free to tell me in the comments. I know some military guys who are in the military know better. And I mean, there's different kinds. This is just steel. I went with the steel and the softer. Like I said, we could go into and like Joe Biden, hey, what the hell you think the deer? You need an AR-15 for the deer wearing a Kevlar vest. The Kevlar is not going to stop a deer rifle anyways, Joe, you idiot. Kevlar, like I said, Kevlar is for pistols basically, and that's why it's a lot of things like law enforcement will wear and stuff like that. But there's also like weight wise, right? There's ceramic body armor, which is lighter. And I actually tested some stuff I got from a buddy because it does have a this. I think mine, the steel here, they say like a 20-year shelf life. I don't know how steel does it really get weak over 20 years if it's not hit. I don't know, but the Kevlar stuff was like 8 years. And Dougie and we did a test on it, and it did stop. It did stop stuff. I mean, there was a dent in the back when it was coming through, but I don't know what the name of that is, but yeah, nothing would go through it. And we shot that up with like a 257 Weatherby and some FMJ 223 stuff, and I think the 308. Yeah, it was it was actually, I think it was cheap like Wolf actually, and you hit the Kevlar on the side, and that kind of it wrecked it and went through. I mean, it would have blown your rib cage out. Whereas a steel, if you hit it, it's not going to do that. But again, I was older. I mean, there's many different kinds of body armor now, so I'm just sticking with these level 2 with the Kevlar and the steel plate stuff. So if you're Eric Newman said, good evening, just enough service at the campground to tune in. Thanks, Eric, appreciate it. One shot cap. Trump don't need no body armor. That's good. Hey, you're right. He doesn't. But guess what? There is something. I'm going to talk a little bit about price and packages here in a bit. There is something where you're going to like but called Trump. They named a package after Trump. So, like I said, Mama Joe did this. So there is specifically body armor made for females, right? Because obviously, females got those voluptuous parts that us males like, us alpha males like. So they actually shape the armor around that, and the size of them. Most females are smaller shaped, like width and height and all that. And there's also like plate cut, like there's like a lot of them have like for right hand, it's just called the shooter's cut for like when you bring your rifle up to shoot. This one it's like called the advanced shooter, so it's angled on both. So when you go forward, like if it was square, you couldn't bring your arms close together, it would hit. So yeah, there's different stuff like that. And like I said, the sizes for females obviously going to be small. I mean, trust me, there's a lot of women that are bigger than me because I'm not a very big guy to begin with. But yeah, anyways, let's do some cost stuff here. Like the female, and I didn't go super in depth on the cost here, but from what I see obviously they're going to cost more because far more men wear armor than women, and when they make a lot of stuff, it's going to be cheaper, right? So the female costs that I got, and I can't remember. Let me see what I can't remember what site I was on here, but they had. It wasn't Meat Eater for sure. I don't even know if that guy wears body armor, but oh heck no, I can't find doggone. Oh, Bulletproof Zone is where I went. Yeah, it was a female armor. Started out with it was actually, this one actually ain't bad, and it's like level 4. It was $290. And you get 2 metal plates and the carrier, like I said, for $290. Remember, the level 4, I said that will stop like a 30-06 steel core, metal penetrator. So, but is that something you're going to wear every day? Like I said earlier before, some of you missed, 95% of all homicides and shootings are done with a handgun. So most of the time, you're probably going to be better off with the soft stuff like the level 2, 2A, and 3A. Actually, I guess I would go with the 3A because that sucker will stop a 44 Magnum. That's what I would go with. And that went all the way up to like they got a nice, like super form fitting vest. I'm still sticking with the female stuff here. It was called Premier Level 3 vest, and that was $800. But, if females try and wear something like this, right? Like I said, they got the breast that sticks out, then you got the side stuff. It just doesn't fit right, man. It's just so, I know a lot of weirdos don't think men and women are different. We're much different, and clothes and other stuff are made accordingly. So, and like, so men on the AR 500, here's what I was going to tell one shot cap, right? I said mine was AR 500. I got this when Trump was still in 119, plus I paid the extra 15, 20 to get the anti-splatter stuff. The new one now they got, it's called the Donald J. Trump Standing Still Kit. That's $350, and you get both plates and the carrier, level 3 plus, which now level 3 plus I think means it will stop the 30-06 as well. And that's $350, and you get the plate and carrier and all that. So I mean, I think $350. I mean, obviously everything's way more now that we got Robinette as president and inflation is nuts. But I think $350 is pretty reasonable for that kind of protection. Brian says, Eric says you got to protect them knockers. Absolutely. Absolutely. Blaine Stumler, do they make them for double Ds? That I don't know, Blaine. I'd imagine women with double Ds need protection too, man. I hope they do, right? I'd love to see some double D body armor on some broad. Ooh, he said broad. Okay, woman, female, gal, whatever. Brian says, what's the weight on the level 4? Brian, I don't know what it is for the women, but what I was watching and reading, I think the level, unfortunately, unless you want to pay way more and get some lighter stuff, but it was still heavy. The level 4 steel comes in at like 35, 40 pounds, man. It was heavy. Like I wouldn't want something like that unless I was, let's say, like mostly going to be stationary, right? If I was just standing or didn't have to go, like I said, this even 20 pounds when I'm going up and down my stairs, that's freaking heavy. And I'm not like a super guy who squats 400 pounds, man. I think the most I ever squatted was like 280 because I got chicken legs, man. It's just something in our family. I can't, but even going up and down the stairs, man, I can feel that extra weight. And I got actually a workout weight vest. I paid a lot of money for the damn thing. I walk around, not specifically just because I want to be strong when I carry my plates, but that goes up to 50 pounds and I carry that around too. And this thing's still, man, I mean, picture doing this and then you're carrying your gear around and your gun or whatever. But yeah, the more protection, I mean, there's always a trade-off for everything, right? Guns, cars, whatever. But yeah, the more protection, the heavier that armor is going to be. Brian's a pretty large American. I think he could probably lug that 30, 40 pounds around a lot better than a guy like I could. So, that's it, like I said, we could do a whole freaking 2-hour show on this. And if we did, I would definitely want to have somebody like Clay on with me to go over, because there is so much information on these plates, and like everything, technology is constantly getting better, stronger, lighter, smaller. And I mean, you can get like the higher level, like the level 4 plates. You don't have to get like the big ones. Like I said, this is like a foot by 10.5, 11. You can get smaller ones, but then again, there's that trade-off, right? And then your chest is exposed and your side. I mean, they got side plates, and it's up to you what you're going to want to do. Brian, not for long. Yeah. I mean, it's up to you what you want to do. Go in. There's tons of stuff to look at. Just, go and search in your search engine, whatever you use, body armor for soft body armor, level 4, level 3, whatever you think you need it for. Again, if I was just standing still pretty much, I would definitely go with the heavier stuff, but I wouldn't want to try and run around with it. That would definitely suck, right? All right, guys, first 20 minutes is up. I tell you what I'm going to do. We're going to go to our first sponsor ad here. Thank you guys already for hanging in. We'll be right back here in a few minutes. You got any more questions about body armor? Go ahead and put them in the comments. I'll try and answer them. If not, when we come back, we're going to go to, if you think you're in good enough shape to drag that deer around, baby. Hang on. We'll be right back.
That's a war face. Now let me see your war face. You don't scare me.
Lauer Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at Lauer Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with Lauer, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake. Lauer Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308.
701-258-6308.
Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Experience the exhilaration of power in your hands at Bloodline Kinetics. Why Cerakote? Simply, it aids in firearm preservation while also giving your piece a unique look. Barrel threading, NFA laser engraving, bolt handle threading, mount, level, and bore, sight scope chamber rebarreling, and much more. Bloodline Kinetics is meant to reflect a long American lineage in gun ownership, who stand for the Second Amendment rights, Bloodline, and the science behind gun accuracy, Kinetics. To some, it's just a constitutional right that can go away. To us, it's in our American bloodline, and we believe it should stay that way. Here at Bloodline Kinetics, we understand that hunters, sportsmen, women, and gun owners should have a quality firearm. Stop and see us at 2008 Morrison Avenue 2 in Bismarck, North Dakota, 58504, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 701-390-7997. Visit our website, bloodlinekinetics.com.
Right on, JD, back here, 701 Nation. Thanks, everybody, for joining in. When you go in there, you do some business with our sponsors, please make sure and tell them you heard it on Guns in the 701 or 701 Nation, because we love our sponsors and they help us getting this done every week. Appreciate them a lot. Yeah, I was just looking at this picture. It almost looks like I got suspenders on, like I'm on I need a hayseed in my mouth or something, right? Anyway, just kidding. Hey, real good, quick shout out to my buddy and my dad's neighbor out there, Tanner Dolbeck. Got himself a hell of a muley buck and velvet out there, 189 and a half. Just sent me a picture of it, and he had it caped out. He's listening. Tanner, that's awesome, man. You're a damn good hunter. You're an awesome hunter. Congratulations again. He's going out elk hunting pretty soon here too, so that's awesome. And I've seen a lot of nice bucks got put down this week, so. Anyway, One Shot Caps is headed out tomorrow. Perkins County Archery Antelope and Deer. Let's go. All right. Yeah, that's awesome, Cap. Good luck, buddy. If you get anything, make sure you send it to Clayton or Deke or me, and let's get that baby up on the social media and show some people. I love seeing people's deer pictures, and I got a bow tag this year, but I'll admit it. I'm not like a great bow hunter, even though I have a crossbow license, but it's just the way it is, man. I'm just, it's not my thing that much. I enjoy getting the thrill of the kill, but it's, I'm not a hunter like Tanner. He's damn awesome at it, man. He's a hell of a hunter all around anyway. Guns in the 701. Danelle says it looks like you got bibs. Yeah, that's what I said. Looks like I got when they make fun of the big hayseed guys on the videos or whatever. I look like I don't have a bib, in case you're wondering. It isn't. We talked body armor, so I'm wearing my armor, my plate carrier here, and anyway, that's what we got. All right, thanks everybody for joining us. We're gonna head on to our next. And I tell you what, I got a pen here, and if I'm clicking this thing or something, you guys hear it, just tell me, because it's. Sometimes you don't know you're doing. Farmer JD with his bibs on. I actually had some bibs when I was. Bibs aren't, they look. I don't like the looks of bibs, but they're definitely practical for wearing. I think bibs are. It's like hunting bibs, man. I'd rather just wear pants, but if you get the bibs on or suspenders, they work way better. Josh Patterson's got a message from my boy last night. His cousin, buddy, and him got 34 doves in an hour last night. I'm heading up to Dunn County to go check out this spot on Sunday. Yeah, Josh, I will tell you, that's awesome. And the doves out at our place, I've never seen, my dad and I've never seen that many doves out at my dad's or my grandma's place ever. It was insane. There are so many doves. So yeah, if you love dove hunting, man, this is like a Super Bowl year for you. Speaking of that, all you guys tuning in, man, I appreciate you. Maybe you got some football on in the background. I appreciate that. Or maybe you just got me on and you're watching football. But yeah, opening night of football. For whatever reason, my hunger for football this year is almost at zero. I'm looking forward just to going to B-dubs on some of them days or nights with my buddies and having some drinks and or whatever, B-dubs, whatever place. I actually like the stadiums, are probably the better place. But yeah, drinking some beers and watching ball, just watching ball. The Cowboys were my favorite team for almost my whole life. Pissed me off. I'm done with them. So anyway, let's get on with, like I said, are you in shape? Do you think you're in shape to drag your deer out, right? And I've been guilty of this too, thinking, yeah, big deal, right? And even when you grab onto it, man, and even if you got to drag that thing, like I'm even saying like 30 yards, if it's uphill, that will put you in your place real quick. At least it does me. And like I told you at the beginning of the show, I'm like right now I'm almost 200, but usually I'm 180 to 192 pounds. But yeah, and I'm talking with the guts, and even with the guts out, it's hard. But when the guts in, that is freaking hard. I always think I'm not ready. I don't think I'm ready now, but when I was younger, you feel like you're a little stronger guy. You got your testosterone and a little more bowed up. Yeah, not really. Pulling deer will humble many guys, and I got some of my buddies who are super strong, big dudes, and the same thing happens to them, man. They start dragging, you get about 15 yards and you're breathing hard, puffing hard. That should be in strongman contests, they should just have like a fake deer body there that mimics the how limp it is and all that, and drag this deer up. And I'd like to see that. But one thing you can do is obviously gut it, right, to make it lighter, because they say it's like 25% of the weight is when you get the guts out of them. But sometimes you want to drag it to that spot where you're like looking uphill and you're like, that's a way better spot for me to gut this deer out than down here. Me personally, I always like to get it a little angle. It seems better downhill. So that, even just doing that, I mean, the last time I did that and I drug mine by myself, I shot it and I pulled it up the hill, and I was that was like 3 years ago, I think, when I got that one. And I thought I was in pretty good shape, and no, and it fell over in some deep buckbrush where he died, and I had to pull him out of there, and that was hard. I was breathing real heavy with that. So I thought I was ready, not ready. Jolene says Dragon Deer can test a marriage. Oh, that I believe. My wife will never hunt deer, but I could definitely see where that would be a thing there, how that would test. Man, you're not pulling hard enough. Pull over here, grab over here. And obviously does aren't as big either. Like a buck. I remember I shot a buck and my buddy Rob and John were with me. Actually, it was on where I was just talking about neighbor Tanner. It was where he lives now, one of them bigger beans. I bought like the drag harness thing, right? And I was like, we're dragging this out of here, man. We'll just strap this thing onto me. I took like 2 steps and I was just like, like hitting a wall. And it was dry out, and going up the hill, no way. It ended up being, we all three, like John and Rob, grabbed the base of the antlers on each side, and I grabbed one. And yeah, we all got one hell of a workout. Kelsey says, get out the sled, brother. I do have a sled now, Kelsey. I bought it when we had all the snow there that winter. We never did use it. I don't know if any of you guys have used a sled on dry land, because it seems like that would be way easier than pulling a deer, right? And pulling it head first too, right? Not pulling it against the grain by the feet would make sense to me. I don't know. I guess I've never really seen anybody pulling it. Well, I take it back. I have seen some people pulling it backwards. So Brian says sometimes the wife trips and you end up dragging her and the deer just hanging out with one arm dragging back there. I just had a visual of that. Not just for snow, Kel. All right, man. I'm gonna keep that in mind. See where I'm at. It's private land, but I mean, like I said, sometimes they fall in places where you got to drag them out, anyways, right? So I don't know if I'm gonna need to use a tractor. Says Guns in the 701. Yeah. Now if that happens to me again, I got the 4-wheeler, man. I'm just going to take a rope down there, a chain, hook it on, and pull it up to where I can. Yeah, I know that's cheating, but whatever. I had to pull a deer a pretty good spell with one of my buddies once, and I swear my back and my lungs weren't right for like a month after that. Josh Patterson says, I picked up a game card on Bizman last year for $20. It works awesome. Yeah, so I've seen them too. Right? Like you got the thing in the back, and then it's like almost like a wheelbarrow, right? And you put them in there and tip it up and push it. And it's got like bicycle spoked rims and out on there. Yeah, that thing looks like it would work pretty freaking awesome too. I definitely, like I said, me personally, props to the wives that drag deer. I never have one that says, yeah, Mama Joe, that is awesome that you're even doing that, because that's, like I said, that's freaking hard work, man. I mean, this is what got me talking about, is me and Brian texting about this. And I would say too, there's another way of doing this, right? And my buddy, if you seen, I had him on at first, it was on my first episode, Tyson Schwab. Tyson's another freaking awesome hunter, man. Tyson guts him out. And if you see Tyson, he's like a narrow country boy, but this guy's super strong. He picks the damn buck up on his shoulders, and like he guts it, and then he picks it up on his shoulders. He goes beast mode and walks the damn thing out, which I'm not sure I could do that. I guess I've never tried it, but just thinking right now, I don't think I could. So, Deacon says he shops his body armor on Temu. I don't know how they what company that is, Deke. Is it a Chinese company? I don't know if I'd go with that. That might be some of that the pig iron over there. You can shoot through that with a 22 maybe. Josh says I got a deer harness deal at Shields. It worked good. My boy likes it. Okay. See, for me, no dice, man. But I mean, Josh he's a stockier guy than me too. I think my buddies tried it and it didn't work for them either. My buddy Rob's he's a freaking horse. You hit him on the back, it's like slapping a horse on the neck, man. He's a strong, lean, muscled out dude. But Dave says I like to bone out and game bag backpack it. Yep. All right, Dave. That's an awesome way to do it. I actually like boning them out in the field. I would suck at that. I wouldn't mind doing that with somebody. I'd like to see how it's done in person ones too. And Kelsey, yeah, he says beast mode. Yeah, when you're picking a deer up and throwing it on your shoulders, I'm gonna say Tyson's like 160-pound dude, probably, maybe, and he threw it up there, man. I mean, I seen that he put his whole freaking brick wall up down by his place by the river too. So he is a powerful dude. Dougie Wolf says the deer with spots are easier to move. Yeah, they are. They're real easy, man. You can one-hand them even, right? Eric Newman says gutless method and meat bags. Yep, I have done the gutless method for sure. I mentioned this before. I don't know, for whatever reason, I'm beginning to enjoy gutting deer. So I'm getting some text messages here. My buddy Tanner, he said his phone's dying. We'll drink some beers one of these weekends. Yeah, no. Yeah, thanks for the mention. I can't say what he said. I could say what he said. You're welcome, Tanner. You're welcome, buddy. So again, good luck out there when you're elk hunting. That was an awesome meal there you got too. I'm looking forward to seeing it. So let's let's talk about maybe getting in some shape, like some exercises, right, to get you ready. Like if you're not bow hunting and you gotta tag for rifle season coming up. I mean, you got some time to prepare here. I'm gonna get this other comment here by Josh. He says, "I'm too fat to drag a deer." LOL. I have my boy do it. He has a good young back. I mean, that's always better to do, right, Josh? Dave says, just cape it out and use the flesh as a tarp until finished. Pick one side and roll it to it. Yeah. I have done that, Dave. I'm talking about like boning them out. I'm not good at boning them out. I would love to be around to see somebody do that in the field, because guys who can bone animals out, I mean, that's like wizardy to me. I suck at it for whatever reason. Guns in the 701 says I can only bone out fast in the headlights at night. Eric Newman says it's hard when your wife is a foot shorter than you and you're dragging deer and trying to keep the head and cape up off your. Yeah, that would definitely be a problem, Eric. Right? Josh Patterson. Oh yeah, best part is the memories. I get to make with my boy. Best part is the memories he gets to make with his boy out deer hunting. Yeah, that's awesome, man. And Kelsey says 4 sets, a 30-30-30 every morning. So I'm thinking that's push-ups, cardio, and give me the other 30, Kelsey. I might be wrong on them too. So my first one on here to get in deer shape for sure would be cardio. And that, like I said, I got the weight vest, walking miles with that, up and down hills, even on flat ground, even on your treadmill, right? Like I got a treadmill too. And I'm saying incline that thing to a minimum of 5 and a minimum of 3.5 miles an hour. I mean, and do that for 30 minutes. You're going pretty good, unless you're like in super good cardio shape. I mean, kick it up the best you can, wherever you can handle. And if it's still nice out, even riding your mountain bike, man, mountain biking, that'll work your quads. And I mean, walking does too with the weights on and just straight walking. But I mean, mountain biking gets your quads pumped up pretty good. And then, I mean, if you're going to do some lifting, getting ready for it, squats, I think deadlifts. I mean, basically your multi-joint power lifts. If you can do the tire flips even, man. I think that'd be some good cardio in there too when you're doing that, right? And pull-ups. What do you mean pull-ups, JD? Man, if you do pull-ups and I do pull-ups, and I ain't saying I got like the kung fu grip, but hanging on and doing, once you get your pull-up reps up, like my first set of pull-ups, I'm doing like 12 to 15 reps. You got to hang your body weight on there and hang on. That gets hard on your hands. That ups your grip too. And I mean, if you can still do it on the overhand wrist curls, underhand, do that with the dumbbells. Because if you grab onto that deer, man, if you a doe, you grab onto them legs, that'll slip out of your hands. You can feel your hands getting freaking weak, when you're doing it, when you're pulling them. All right, Kelsey says push up, core, which is crunch, plank, sit ups, and 30-minute cardio. All right, so yeah, perfect. perfect. I mean, if you do that 30, 30, 30, that's 30 push-ups, 30 core crunches, plank sit-ups, 30 minutes of cardio. That's actually that's a great workout, really. I mean, when I was older, I was wanting to work out and look good and shit. But I mean, anymore when I work out now, it's pretty much to keep in shape. So, that 30, 30, 30 is a good one for that. Lynette says side-by-sides are a Ford Ranger. Yeah, we're Chevy 1500, whatever you got, man. I got a Kawasaki Mule. I mean, side-by-sides are one of the greatest inventions of mankind, in my opinion. But that's just me. All right, so we're coming up here on 8:35. You guys want to keep talking about this? You got any more comments? Do that. I'm gonna run our big ad here with all the sponsors in. Actually, I don't think Little Angry Man is, so I'm gonna run these 4, and then I'm gonna probably have to do that one. But when we come back, if we can still on the deer thing, or anybody still wants to talk some armor plates or body armor plates, King Kong plates here, Tarzan, we'll hit on that some more. If not, we're going to hit the happy ending, and then I'm going to talk a few other things coming up, and then, like I said, that's going to be it. So hang on. Be back here in about 4 or 5 minutes.
Ah! That's a war face. Now let me see your war face. Ah! You don't scare me.
Lauer Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at Lauer Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with Lauer, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake. Lauer Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308.
701-258-6308.
Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Experience the exhilaration of power in your hands at Bloodline Kinetics. Why Cerakote? Simply, it aids in firearm preservation while also giving your piece a unique look. Barrel threading, NFA laser engraving, bolt handle threading, mount, level, and bore, sight scope chamber, rebarreling, and much more. Bloodline Kinetics is meant to reflect a long American lineage in gun ownership, who stand for the Second Amendment rights, Bloodline, and the science behind gun accuracy, Kinetics. To some, it's just a constitutional right that can go away. To us, it's in our American bloodline, and we believe it should stay that way. Here at Bloodline Kinetics, we understand that hunters, sportsmen, women, and gun owners should have a quality firearm. Stop and see us at 2008 Morrison Avenue 2 in Bismarck, North Dakota, 58504, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 701-390-7997. Visit our website, bloodlinekinetics.com.
Ever tried catching a fish with your bare hands or hunting a deer with a stick? Don't be that guy. At Mandan Sporting Goods, we've got all the hunting and camping gear you need. We're your one-stop shop for outdoor adventure.
A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed.
Check us out at mandansportinggoods.com, or better yet, stop in to 210 East Main Street, Mandan, North Dakota. Mandan Sporting Goods, where the outdoors meets functionality. Store hours, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Closed Sunday. Take up arms at Mandan Sporting Goods. Your adventure starts here.
Discover the world of firearms at Bismarck's Double H Gun Shop. With a wide range of products from handguns to rifles, we cater to all your shooting needs. We are your local gun experts. Not only do we sell firearms, reloading supplies, targets, and whatever your heart desires, but we also have a ton of knowledge and answers.
We shoot, we hunt, we compete, we reload.
It's been the Howard's way since 1976, and we ain't fixing to change anything. Visit our website at hhgunshop.com to browse our inventory. Double H Gun Shop, Bismarck's best new and used firearm reloading supply, gunsmithing, and sporting goods store. Double H Guns.
Double H Guns.
1021 South Washington Street, Bismarck, North Dakota. Call 701-223-4888.
For every and any situation, Little Angry Man Arms LLC has you covered. Top-notch guns from top-name brands like Winchester, Glock, Sig Sauer, and Ruger to essential extras from Magpul, Streamlight, Hollow, Sun Optics, and more. Little Angry Man Arms LLC have everything to make your shooting adventures a success. Visit littleangrymanarms.com today and gear up for your next big hunt, competition, or home defense. Don't miss out on our exclusive deals. Little Angry Man Arms LLC, based in Trail City, South Dakota, your ultimate hunting partner.
All right, I'm back. JD here, 701 Nation. Again, please do business with our sponsors, and when you do, tell them you heard it on Guns in the 701 or 701 Nation. That's the only way they're really going to know that their sponsorship is working. I appreciate everybody who does that. It's awesome. You guys have been supporting our sponsors. Great. I appreciate that. Clayton appreciates that, and so does Deke. It's freaking awesome, man. And by the way, hey, got 31 on here plus another 20. I just looked on X. For whatever reason, Clay, if you're listening, Rumble's not working on it. I just checked. Maybe it was just on my phone, but sorry if you tried to watch it on Rumble and it wasn't on there. Rumble's been doing good for us, but it's not up and running on there tonight for whatever reason. But everybody who's tuned in right now, appreciate you. I can't tell how many you're watching on the website either. So if you guys are watching on the website, appreciate that. Appreciate everybody watching, man. This is love doing this. Fun times doing this. And you guys got any suggestions what you want to cover? Feel free to let me know, or Clay or Deacons, whoever. Like I said, Clay and Deacons, Guns in the 701. I mean, that's more politics, Second Amendment stuff, which is awesome too. And I do get into that at some time. But yeah, I'm more guns, gear, outdoor hunting kind of stuff. And let's all right, I'm gonna get a few of these comments here. Looks like I'm missing them. What you got in a plate carrier? Kelsey asks. I get steel. I got the 2 steel plates, front and back, 10 by 12s. With the anti-spalling on them. Yeah, AR level 3 plates. I can take 5 hits with the 7.62 by 5.1 at 2,850 feet per second. So, I mean, I don't ever want to test the 5 hits out or if it can't stop the steel penetrators either. I don't want to find that out, but yeah. First 500 takes out old truck, Doug Wolf says in the commercial. Kelsey said, what you talking about, Doug? And the commercial, yeah, he's got that old, was it the old red truck, right, Axe? I can't remember. Is it a Chevy? I can't. The red. Okay, there you see. Yeah, the red Chevy truck in the ad. Kelsey wants the deets. He might even get you. Heck, Dougie. Hey, look at that. The Dougie sponsorship's going to give another whatever that truck's worth. No, not 511 TAC, Kelsey. It's AR500. AR500.com is where I got them. You missed the beginning. I got it on Black Friday on like 2019 for like 114 or something dollars, and I paid another 15-20 to get that anti-splatter on it, so I didn't go blind if it did get hit. Yeah, I do have his number, Axe. I do have his number. Anyway, we're gonna get into like I said, we got 16 minutes here left max before I my self-imposed ban on an hour or less. So we're going the happy ending of the week. We're going to Chicago Wednesday morning, last Wednesday, shortly after 6:40 a.m. Fox 32 reported that 2 intruders entered a woman's home, started flashing their guns. Right, big tough guys. You're gonna go in there, 2 guys on a woman sticking guns in her face, right? They're real tough guys, real badasses. But the real badass was this woman, because this prompted the 23-year-old woman to pull her own side iron, and she started opening fire. Love that. Shots were exchanged, and one of the 2 scumbag intruders was shot in the chest. Oh, man, that's too bad. Hey, should have had one of these, me boy, because if you find at the end of the story, you're going to wish you had one. ABC 7 noted the wounded suspect was transported to the hospital. Should have just left him lay there, where he died. Good. That's part of the happy ending. Neither the homeowner nor the other intruder were injured during the shootout. And so they said the first part of the happy ending was a scumbag piece of shit who tried to break in and do whatever they're going to do. This one, probably rob her, rape her, and then murder her, right? No witnesses. That was the first part of the happy ending. He got shot. Second part, she had a gun that did her. Used her Second Amendment rights to defend her safety and her home. which is part of the Second Amendment. I mean, the Democrats hate that shit. They don't like stand your ground laws. They think you got to just lay back and let them do whatever the hell they want to you. So speaking of that, we're getting. Let me get in a few more comments here. Okay, Kelsey just texted. Never mind. Let's just for a bit. I'll touch on. Whoops. I'll touch on a thing down in, and Clay's probably going to hit on this tomorrow on Mitchell in the morning with Todd. I'm sure they're going to discuss it. But the deal down in Georgia, yeah, 14-year-old kid, right? Not even old enough to buy a gun, but whatever he did, he probably stole it from his dad, or without the. Of course, who knows? I mean, some of the stuff this kid, I don't know if you guys have seen this. Some of this kid's relatives have been saying some weird ass shit about this kid on like defending him, and like some of the teachers are like, you don't know what he went through, like, oh, so he should go in and kill people. But yeah, again, schools have the option in Georgia to arm teachers and staff. Guess what? This school, no, didn't do it. Nope, more guns isn't the answer, JD. The hell it's not, right? The school resource officer luckily was there and armed, and as soon as he pulled his gun on this little piece of shit, guess what happened? Oh, wow, he put his gun down, laid down, quit shooting, right? But we can't have teachers and other staff members in schools armed because you don't need more guns. That just makes it worse. Nah, schools have been gun-free zones since 1993, and that can be changed by the House and Senate, and hopefully when Donald Trump's in there, he does change that. It's been nothing but a miserable failure. I've said this before. There's piles of teachers, school staff, and dead kids that prove that that's a freaking absolute miserable failure. Leaving schools defenseless is a joke, been a bad joke at that, and makes for easy target practice for homicidal pieces of crap like this other scuzzball in Georgia. So that's all I'm going to say on that. I'm sure Clayton will get more in depth on it and not as foul mouthed as I did about it, even though he'd like to. But him and Todd will break that down tomorrow even better. So a few other things. Like I said, Clay's going to be on Mitchell in the morning, KFYR tomorrow, 5:50 a.m., 99.7 FM, and iHeart at 8:15 a.m. Central, 7:15 Mountain. Clay will be on there for about 45 minutes. I'm not sure what else Clay's got in store. Maybe if he wants to let me know here, I'll say it. But like I said, I know he's going to talk about that. And one other thing, anybody from up Mercer County, out west North Dakota listens. If you don't know, Saddle Sore Saloon's closing down. Saturday's the last night. Serena and Alan are going to have a little bash there. So if you're around there and want to have some fun, go up there and give them a little send off. I don't know if it's going to get sold or somebody else is going to buy it or what's going to happen. Hopefully something happens. I hate seeing Golden Valley without a watering hole for the locals. So hopefully something happens. But Saturday night, come in there. Let's have some beers and do some bullshitting. Going up there with my buddy John, and maybe we'll get. I don't even know if we're gonna get any deer hunting in with the bow. I'm actually gonna wait till the velvet's off now. But yeah, do that. And Clay and Deacons had a good show last night. Watched it, checked that out. You can go back and watch that on all of our outlets, or go on iHeart for sure and check out the podcast. Or we're on pretty much every podcast outlet there is. We pay a fee to a company that just basically Clay uploads it to that, or T-Man does it for me sometimes, and it goes out to every podcast. So you don't have to listen to it on iHeart. We prefer iHeart because Todd's got us on there, and that's where we like people to go and listen to. But other than that, guys, I think like I said, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna start doing this every Thursday. I'm gonna give it a go for a while. I'm gonna keep it 45 minutes to an hour. I'm going to keep the time. I think Clay and Deacons, once fall back comes into effect at the time, they're going to go back to 7. I'm going to stay at 8. I thought about going back to 7 again, but you get off work in the winter and there's snow, and now you got a lot of snow. And if you got to move snow, yeah, I mean, you can come on here and not be prepared. And I'm not one of them guys. Some people can come on and just, hey, I'm here. Let's start. I don't want to do that. I want to be prepared with what I'm talking about. So I'm going to leave myself some leeway for the fall, winter. So I'm staying at 8 p.m. Central, 7 Mountain. That's how I'm going to do it once. So I'm going to do it every week from now on. So every Thursday. Josh Patterson says, great show, JD. Catch you on the next one. Thanks, Josh. Appreciate you. I definitely really appreciate you tuning every week and being a great supporter of the show and our sponsors, man. You're awesome. One Shot Cap, I was speaking about the guy in Georgia. They're definitely a parenting problem and social media. Yeah, if you go on X, I think Colin Rugg was posting some of the tweets. This guy's aunt or his grandma and these people. I mean, it'll blow your mind. These people they're unhinged. I mean, they think this kid had no like was in the right to do this kind of shit. I mean, no, you're not. I don't care if you got the tar beat out of you. That's not the way to do it. That's not the way to do it at all, guys. That sucks. So I don't know. You guys got anything else on dragging a deer there? I mean, I said Brian Warner, good show, but thank you, Brian. Thank you again. I hope you're feeling better, man. I know Brian's he was supposed to go to a gun club meeting or something out there, but he said he had a stomach bug. I told him he listened to the show. It'd make him feel better. Hey, maybe he did, maybe he didn't. Mama Joe got to listen. Like I said, maybe I didn't get in depth enough on the body plate stuff here, but I did. Man, you could go, like I said, we could. Hey, and down the road, maybe we get somebody who knows way more about it. I can get them on. If you guys know anybody who's like a body armor expert, let me know. I don't know. Is there any place? I'm not even sure in Bismarck and Mandan you can buy plates and carriers. Is there? If anybody knows, I don't. I don't think there is. You know, kind of tailing off on the shooting down there too. Okay, here Deacon sent me. Here he sent me a power stopping level with the level. Right, level 4, you can go to 30-06, right, the AP. Yep, I got that. Okay, so the M855, that was 5.56. Level 4 will stop that. Level 3, the 855 is the green tip penetrator, 62 grain, and the level 3 plus will stop, like I said, the 7.62 by 54, which is the Russian sniper round. They're big in their machine gun round. 7.62 by 39 AK round. SKS, and M193, which is a 55 grain, the 5.56 full metal jacket. Level 3, which I'm wearing, will stop like I said, the 7.62 by 51 at 2850 or whatever per second. It'll stop like 5 hits, supposedly. I don't want to test it. 5 hits on that. 3A is a 44 mag, 12 gauge. Level 3, not the 3A, but 9 mil. See that 9 millimeter? I get the chicken shit round, JD. That's why you shouldn't be. Yeah, there's plenty of dead people around and gangbangers and people in war. I mean, going back to the Germans who invented that are dead from the 9 millimeter. But in 357 mag, I mean, the level 2 will stop that. So yeah, appreciate that, Deacons. But yeah, it's and I mean, I feel like I'm talking fast because I'm trying to keep this under an hour because I can get windy. Really good show, JD. So Lynette, thank you. I appreciate that. Good buddy of mine picked his up at shooter. Okay, I forget about shooters. Right. When Cody, I don't know, Cody probably had that when he was there because Cody's really into that kind of stuff too. So Dave Haha Nerp says the 30 cal AP round they measured with is a 162 to 163, not the 180. I'm not a physics master, so I'm not sure if mass and velocity are a factor in that test. Yeah, because like if you shoot a lot of steel at a gun range, when you get your thing with the steel target you buy, they say like the velocity wrecks them more than like a 22-250, whatever, 200 yards will wreck a target. They say more than a 50 cal will. I mean, a 50 cal will knock the shit out of it and spin it around. But a 22-250 is going. That's what they claim. That's what they claim, the velocity. Because even my targets say do not shoot, whatever the hell it is, AR 500 3/8 inch steel, the 22-250 inside of 200. And my dad has shot it with 50 grain soft, and it does freaking dimple it in there. And I mean, I've never shot any of ours with a 50, but I don't know what the biggest damn gun we've. 7mm mag probably. Like I said, that spins that mother. That 168 grain somethings. But yeah, body armor. I mean, I don't know if that's the same as your steel targets when velocity is the big beat down on it. But yeah. Maybe it's a test me and Axe got. Like I said, Axe and I, you can go back on we did a test with the ceramic stuff. It was some aged out stuff. If you missed the beginning of the show, it was some aged out ceramic stuff. It just had like the rifle cut on one side, and it took some shit, man. I was pretty impressed with it, really. We shot it with the 5.7, 223 FMJs, 308 FMJs, 257 Weatherby Magnum. And like I said, the only thing that went through was that 308 Wolf 100, I think it was 50 grain. We clipped it on the side, and they did say on the videos I watched, if you get that ceramic on the side, I mean, it would have blown the side of your rib cage out for sure. My daughter's apologizing for being too loud. She's not. Josh Patterson says Hootie, yeah, he shoots a lot of guys, is a good shot. He tests a lot of guns. did a video where 243 went through a steel plate, but a 308 didn't. It was because of the higher velocity. Okay, yeah. See, I think velocity is what penetrates this sucker, man. Doug says we have some more samples to test also. Perfect. So yeah, let's do that with some of these FMJs and some faster and slower stuff and see what happens. Jolene, you're welcome. She said, thanks for the info. Great show. Thank you for the topic, Jolene. Like I said, I wish I could have gave you a lot more info on it, but I mean, there's so many different kinds. Just look into it and see what'll fit you and what your price rate. I mean, the prices are, like I said, from $300-400. I mean, they even go higher than the ones I think I mentioned. They got some $1,700 ones, and I don't know that the armor was any better on the way higher ones, but I think the fit of them was probably something better. So, all right, guys and gals, appreciate you tuning in here. We're coming up on just under an hour. Like I said, I'm every week I'm going to do it every Thursday, 8 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Mountain. I'm going to do 701 Nation. I'm going to keep it an hour or less, but I'm going to give her a go, see how it works out for a while. And if I like doing it, which I do enjoy doing this, if I like doing it and people keep watching and coming in, we're going to be getting more viewers, I think, coming up because fall and winter's coming, and I'm just going to keep doing it. Otherwise, I'll probably switch back to just going once every 2 weeks. But, one more thing, make sure you get in there tomorrow, 5:50 a.m., 99.7 iHeartRadio, and listen to Clay and Todd on Mitchell in the morning from 8:15 a.m. Central to 9. And again, all our sponsors, Lauer Auto Repair, Double H Gun Shop, Man Down Sporting Goods, Bloodline Kinetics, and Little Angry Man Arms on there in South Dakota. You take care, 2Cap. Thanks for joining, buddy. Appreciate you. Get out there. Please support our sponsors. Without them, it's possible, but it's a lot harder when you're just digging, when you're doing it on your own dime, man. We got a lot of bills to pay on here. So we love getting it out, the information, and talking to you guys, though. So JD, Guns in the 701 Nation. I'll see you guys next Thursday, 8 p.m. Central. I'm quite certain we're going to be doing a little talk on the youth deer opener, which will be the very next day on Friday. And my daughter and I will be heading down to Mr. Clayton Peterson, my good friends, and hopefully we get a white-tailed doe down. So we'll see you guys next Thursday. Really appreciate you.